Hi, once again. Thanks for joining us. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and this is the Saturday's edition of the program Shagalinko TV. Okay, for those of you who've seen the flyers, you must have known what we'll be discussing on today. We're looking at online dating, what we can do, how safe is it, what are the advantages and disadvantages of online dating. Okay, so we'll be hearing from all of you. Would like you to send your comments right now. Go to our comment section and drop your comments what you think about online dating. A lot of times we've heard stories, we've heard incidences of how online relationships went bad. They started off well, online dating, and then they got together and things went bad. We've also seen instances where people were killed, strangers who didn't know themselves prior before meeting, hooked up online and then went to see each other, and then either the boy murdered the girl or the girl murdered the boy. So many gory stories we hear every time on social media and all that. And that's why we're taking our time today to ask on today's episode that is online dating safe? Is it risky? What are the advantages and disadvantages? I've seen a couple of messages being sent in earlier on the flyers, and it's interesting, and I would like us to have this conversation. So please drop your comments on the comment section right now, and we'll be reading them as the program progresses. I have my guests here with me. I have Fareedah, I have Mathias, and I have Barrister Maaruf. All of them are here. So I will just bring all of them to say hello, and then we'll go on to talk. So, ladies first, Fareedah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. I'd like you to tell us who you are, what you do, and then we'll wait for the rest to join us. Yeah.
My name is Fareedah Lawal. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a student, and I'm a youth activist altogether.
Okay. So, how do you cope being a female living in the north? Every time we talk about the girl child education, we talk about issues that have to do with the girl child. What will you think is maybe your challenge, and how have you been coping?
I think the whole challenge was it's now old school, we say, because as the world is moving, we're moving with it. Technological advancement, so we have to move with it. We can't always be backwards. So we only had issues before, but
Hmm.
now everyone seems to understand. We all need to stand for ourselves. We need to make ourselves responsible for the things we do. So whether you do
True.
good or you do bad, you have to be responsible for it.
True, true. Thank you very much. We have Matthias here. So, Matthias, quickly introduce yourself, and then we'll wait a little for Barrister Maaruf to join us, and then we'll go on.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthias Idris. I am a graduate of chemistry from Bayero University, Kano, and I'm also a youth activist. So,
This your glasses looks like all these superstars. Are you a musician as well?
no, I'm not active, not really, not really. I'm not a musician. Yeah.
Farida, I'm surprised I saw the glasses and I'm like, we have a superstar today.
Yes, so
If you want
Okay.
one, you can order
Uh,
for it
uh,
from me.
even
You can order for
Dangote,
it from me.
even Dangote will want one. Who am I? Please send one to us.
All right, no problem. After the show, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. So you guys are welcome. We're looking at online dating, and I'm happy we have a female in our midst because sometimes, yes, I know maybe men also fall victim of maybe the aftermath result of online dating, but we've heard more and we've seen more how girls hook up with guys and then either get raped, one, get molested or get killed in actually. So Farida, let's even start with you. What do you think about this whole thing about online dating? I know you have friends, some of them will come and tell you, I just met this gorgeous six-pack guy. I think I found my missing rib and all that. And then you ask them, have you guys met before? And she will tell you, no, they've not met and all that. So what do you think about online dating before we even come and talk about its safety, disadvantages and all that?
Online dating, actually, it's more like a virtual mode of dating someone you've not met. You only talk, you've only seen the person online. And I'll say 2 out of 3 youths now um do online dating. So being a lady or being a guy, doing online dating with someone you've not met can be risky. And as I've learned, like only 1 of 3 were lucky that they got to the level of maybe being their spouse for the rest of their life. And it's been risky for some people. Like, we've heard different stories, different cases of ladies being killed by the people they met online, and guys also being scammed. Like, huge fraud happens through this online dating of a thing. Like, you meet someone on Facebook, on Tinder, on Friendites, you meet people there, and all of a sudden, okay, yeah, you've met someone. Most people lie about themselves online. So it
True.
takes knowledge, or it takes smartness. It's not even knowledge, smartness, for you to know if this person is true or not.
Hmm.
You can be true to yourself, but the other party might see you, okay, this person is lying. But it actually takes for both of you to meet. And meeting doesn't have to maybe a private meeting. Meeting in a public place.
Public place,
That's
yeah. Hmm.
when you can get to know the person you've been talking to. And there are different signs, the red lights. You see a lot of red lights if the person is a scam or not.
Okay, hold on. Don't spill it out yet. We'll need to find out this red light and blue light from you. But let me come to you, Matthias. Fareedah mentioned something very important. She said something that, because people just assume that it's only the females who get into all this, get killed and all that. She mentioned something that a lot of people are also not taking into cognizance: the fact that they get scammed. So a guy is chatting with a girl, a proposed girl, so to say. The picture shows that she's a girl.
Okay.
He wouldn't know that perhaps is a scammer, maybe a 419er, and a guy who even pretends that he's a girl in quote with a picture. And then she keeps chatting with this guy, and after a while it's like, my mother is sick, oh, we need some money to take her to the hospital. The one that gets worse is, especially if it's interracial, so to say. Maybe the guy is in London, and then the girl in quote is in Africa or somewhere else. So he'll be like, my mother is this, send me dollars and all that. And someday the guy will now discover that actually who he's been chatting all this while is not a girl. What do you have to say about this scamming aspect that people are not even talking about the online thing?
Yes, actually, the scamming aspect, like you said, that is one of the main disadvantages of online dating.
Mm,
Online dating, it's just a platform where people meet to find connections, either personal, romantic, or even sexual relationship. But
yeah,
even in the world today, like with the array of social media platform, it has made it very, very easy for people to meet one another. But
yeah.
the problem of or you can know that the internet itself is a risky place. So one of the disadvantages of this online dating, like you said, the scamming aspect, people tend to lie so much about themselves. Like someone could go to a platform, create an account with a lady's picture and others, and begin to, ask people for money and all of that. And people out there, because you're dating someone you are not seeing, or you're dating someone very, very far from where you are. So people tend to believe and fall for all these scams. Yeah.
Okay. So while Matthias was talking, my other guests joined. So we are having a global discussion. Barrister, I will come back to you. Let's just give 30 seconds to our guest all the way from Philippines to greet us and tell us more about him. Then we'll come back to Barrister for his introduction, and then I will get back to all of you to talk about our topic. Hi, Karim.
Hey, how are you guys doing? How are you? Can you hear me good?
We can all hear you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you guys. Really great topic. Nice to see you guys again. Nice to meet all of you. I'm Kareem Jackson, you guys. I am actually a Black American media entrepreneur. I have a business called Command 21 Company. I just published a book recently. I publish magazines, do marketing. And of course, I'm a techie guy. So I do online dating and all that. You know, as entrepreneurs, that's what most people do. That's how they do it. There's no time. So you have to do it. Especially in America, you know, we've been doing that for 15 years. I think I haven't been, yeah.
Yeah. So Karim, I'll be talking to you shortly. You talked about the matchmaking and all that. My other guest, Fareedah, was talking about scammings and red flags that people will see when they're doing online dating. But we'll come back and talk about this. Let me come here and have Barrister Maaruf to talk with us. Hello, Barrister.
Hello, how are you? How are you, listeners?
I'm fine. Your network has been really going off and on, but we're happy you are back.
Yeah. It's part of
Please go on and introduce yourself. Yeah.
Well, my name is Maaruf Mohammed Yakasai. I'm a legal practitioner based in Kano. I've been practicing for close to 2 decades, and I'm happy to be part of this important global program so that we enlighten our dear youth and the general public on online dating, its safety, advantages, disadvantages, and so forth. So it's good to be here.
Okay, so I'll quickly take your thoughts on what we're discussing on. We're looking at how safe is it, you know. Fareedah just gone off, and I hope she'll come back, but she was talking about the red flags and all that. Mathias also looked at the angle where Fareedah even opened up, because sometimes the ladies or the female folks always tend to feel that it's them that are more scammed when it comes to online thing, and Mathias was looking at it from that angle. Karim has a wealth of experience when it comes to matchmaking online, so I will bring him last to talk about it quickly, but I want you to also tell us what you think basically about online dating. How safe is it? Let's even generalize it right now and come back to Karim to tell us the good side.
When we talk about online dating and you talk about safety, that means you are talking generally about the safety of the internet as a means of communication. And the realities of the COVID-19 has shown the world that actually the way we used to live our lives will definitely change. Some circumstances will come whereby we'll find out that we don't relate the normal way we used to do. Now, you must differentiate online dating from cyber stalking, from cyber bullying. All these are offenses that are closely related to dating, but these are offenses. You don't just start bullying somebody or start checking up on somebody on his on Facebook page, Instagram page, and think that you are searching for a partner. That is cyber stalking, my friend. So when going for online dating, we have to be cautious. We have to look at the laws relating to.
Go on, please. Hello, Barrister, are you there? Okay, so let's come to Karim. You've been doing a whole lot. I saw your comments that you dropped on the flyers. You've been doing a whole lot on matchmaking and online dating and all that. Tell us more about that, because majorly sometimes people just
scams are going out there. But
okay. So let's have Karim talk to us about online dating, because it seemed you are on the positive side of it all when everyone was commenting that online dating was a scam, online dating is dangerous. You were like on the other notion. So I really want to hear your part, Karim.
Well, in my opinion, you guys, first of all, you guys, I agree with you that you have to be cautious. I agree that it's a scam. I agree that you can be scammed. I agree that there's all these, we call them catfish, out there trying to get people. I agree with that. That's very true. But I think that maybe that means you're not using the online dating properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'll say the positive things about it for me, right? One is convenient. You have to get out there. You can also be the one stalking and checking up on this person too. So you meet someone and then you can start searching them all over online as well. Typically, from my experience, you meet people that have more money and more education online. That's just from my experience. Just taking out all the stalkers though, because that's their career or whatever. You usually you can kind of feed them out. If you like people that are tall or short or dark or light or this education or this money, you can kind of say it ahead of time, or you can search for that ahead of time so you don't have to waste your time. And then a lot of things is that with social media like Facebook and things like that, you can really see their friends, see their family, see their career. You can see a lot about a person online. And then the whole catfish stalking cyber thing, maybe you're online too much. Like, I assume you would use dating to find someone. Then once you found them, you're done. But if you're using it for dates or for hookups, then you should be, a little more careful, because you're looking for folks to meet online and then you've never met them. You're going to meet them in person for the first time. Well, that might be a little bit hard. But I think there's a difference between dating, like looking online for a Mr. or Mrs. Right, and then looking online for a date or a hookup for one night stand. Two different things. And if someone's looking for you and they're lying to you and they're catfish, I mean, you should do your own background check. You should be talking to them, asking them a bunch of questions, say, send me pictures, ask for pictures, ask for all, you do the same thing. But for me, the benefit is you can also vet before you meet them. So that's why I liked online dating. If that helps. I'm an entrepreneur, right? So, I'm busy. I just can't roll to bars. You know what I'm saying? I can't meet people in public all the time.
True. Okay, I'll come back to you. You talked about something that the person who is even trying to do online dating might also be stalking. It's a very important part, because people cry victim actually when truly they are the perpetrators. Fareedah, you talked about the red flags. I am really interested to see that from the women angle, because a lot of times, I happen to do a whole lot of girl child education, sensitization and all that, and I talk with a lot of girls. One thing they complain to me about every time we have closer discussions is that they get stalked all the time. Every time they go for a program or an event where it's a public one, at least 5-10 guys will ask for either their number, their Facebook account, their Twitter, something. It's tiring for them. So
that's a good problem to have.
How do you cope, Fareedah? How do you cope as a lady, and what will you be telling other ladies? I'll come back and read some messages here. There are so many of the messages, and in case you just joined us and you want to drop your comments, please do feel free to use the comment section. We're looking at online dating. Is it safe? Is it risky? Are there advantages or are there disadvantages? Are you on the side of team online dating, just like Karim from the Philistines, from the Philippines? Fareedah, let's hear you, please.
Actually, we can't, as a lady, you can't stop guys from getting numbers or from asking for Facebook accounts. Some, even if you don't give them, they'll find a way to get it. So you can't always avoid that. But it's now left to you as a lady to know how to give response. Some can be abusive along the way if you don't respond to them the way they expect you to, and some give up easily. But there are some that they have, some might have a good motion and another person might have a bad motion, and it depends on how smart you are for you to really get, okay, this person means good, or this person means bad towards me. But as a lady, you have to understand, okay, when you see a red flag, this person is getting too too involved in my affair. Like, I know barely know you, maybe we've just known ourselves, we've just been talking for maybe 1 or 2 days, and you're telling me things like, okay, you love me, you want me to be you like you want to marry me, things like that. And I'll be like, okay, no, this person is a no-go area. Like, let me be your friend first. Then before we go to such aspect, I can be your friend for 6 months or more for me to get to know you. So that's like a no-go area. That's like a zero for me towards that area. And when you see someone who's like, okay, he stays abroad, he's always telling you things, okay, let's go on FaceTime, let's do a video call, and the person keeps avoiding you, you know that, okay, yes, this person is a no-go area for me. And the person, when, okay, maybe when you're sleeping, when it's night, that's when the person will start telling you, okay, I want to talk to you. Like, don't you work? After working, you sleep. Yes, you sleep, you rest. Then you come and help me. When the person is getting too close, like, it's a no-no. And for the men, like, we have a lot of catfish online. They take 1 or 2 pictures from a lady's profile and paste it as theirs, and they go on and start asking guys for things. They get so involved. Like, a person will start telling you, okay, the person won't even give you a direct maybe account number, send money to so person, do this for me, do that for me. It can be that. Those are like the smartness for a lady to understand, okay, this person is a cancer, is a no-no. And for the guys too, for you to understand, okay, this girl, like, she's getting too involved in my affair, and she only has 1 or 2 pictures or even 5 pictures on her profile. Like, and she's been online, maybe Facebook, she's been on Facebook maybe since she just got on Facebook in 2020 or 2019. And you feel like, okay, you don't have anything about yourself on your profile, then you get to understand that, okay, this person, these people. But online dating, that's like the easiest way for you to get to know people, to get social with people, and for it involves smartness. You have to be smart.
Mm. Okay, thank you very much. I'll come back to Maaruf. Barrister Maaruf has gone off, but I'll come back to him. Let me quickly read a couple of messages here, and then any of you could respond. Musa Mohammed Yakasai says, women's education in northern Nigeria is high than any part of the country. Okay, thanks for letting us know that. Peter David says, online scamming isn't gender-based. It's a mindset. Yeah, true one there. And Mohammed A. Ibrahim says, hi, Fareedah. Okay, Fareedah, I'm seeing your goons are hailing you. Okay, Mohammed A. Ibrahim. So, Karim, could you help us read this other message here so that we could you could make a response to it? Your mic.
Can you hear me? Hello,
yes,
hello.
We can hear you now. Go on.
Okay. I see here online dating is okay to me because it makes you meet people you've never expected, and you can meet the love of your life on social media. That's from Mohammed Ibrahim. That's
okay.
Very you can vet them.
So how do we vet? That is even the issue, because Fareedah has talked something about vetting. That she's even done a lot of expose. Someone calling you at night. When the person knows you'll be sleeping. Are you not working? And then the person is hesitant.
That's part of vetting.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you don't want someone to call you at 9 a.m. morning. You want them to call you at 9 o'clock at night. It depends on what you want and where you're looking, So if you're looking for that, then that's a good thing. If you're not, then you wouldn't. That's not your kind of guy. And I will say this to you, sister. I heard what you said, and I'll tell you this, is that if you ask for money, that is the number one, boop, you're cut. I wait for that. I literally would wait for that. Like, I'm waiting, okay, is there an ask? And then once there's an ask, you're done.
Okay, so you're saying it's not proper for one to ask for money while doing the first few times of online dating, right?
Ever.
Okay,
Ever. That's
it's a
the
sign of
number
scam.
one red flag, right? That's one, you're so, why are they so comfortable? Like, how are you so comfortable meeting me and then a week later, a day later, at the same
You're
time, or
asking
whatever?
for money.
You're asking, yeah. And then, but that's part of the vetting. I mean, that's part. Okay, you're done. You're done. You just cut. You don't, when you meet them from the get go, girl. Sister, you're looking for that. Like you have a list, and every time they do the red flag, as you call it, check, and then they're off the list. You got to be very strict on your online dating, but I think it works in your favor because you can just get all those things out of the way. And you guys get your Facebook and your social media. If you don't give it to them, okay, wow, girl, you must be sexy, honey.
Okay,
she's gonna find me.
That's true. Let's come back to Mathias. We've had a lot of red flag. Fareedah started this whole red flag and blue flag issue, and so for you as a guy, because the female folk also think stalking is only done by the male folk. We've seen that some females too stalk, guys. Some girls just go online and they look out for pretty pictures, guys with six packs and all that, and they keep buzzing you and keep trailing you. So, Mathias, what do you have to say about all that? I know Karim has some success stories to talk about online dating. I'll have him talk about that. But quickly, Mathias, tell me what you think about females also stalking the male folk. Because Peter or someone here said that scamming, online scamming isn't gender-based, it's a mindset, so we've seen even the ladies also scam guys. So but Mathias, quickly tell me that, and I will see if Maaruf is back so that we can have him talk to us. Please go on, Mathias.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, when we talk about the red flag issue itself, scamming generally is not just gender-based, like we've said earlier. It's something that is a mindset, actually. Now, we have a lot of ladies too who tend to scam guys. I could remember there was a time I was on Facebook and a lady chatted me up, and before you know, she started flirting, and the next thing that followed was she's asking of recharge card, please. She needs recharge card urgently for this and for that. And before you know, okay, I just decided to, send the airtime, because from the way she described it, it was so urgent. So I sent the airtime. Before I know again, after some weeks again, the same thing. So with time, she kept asking. And from there, I knew that this person is is a no-go area, but a scammer. So a lot of ladies too, ladies nowadays tend to want to meet guys who are successful, guys with six packs, fine beards, guys who are tall, cute, handsome, and all those kind of stuffs. So they do stock on those kind of guys, and this has made a lot of the guys also
vulnerable. Okay.
Pretend or make this try to be like those things that they are not. You see a guy with a fine profile picture while he's not the way he is. And those kind of things that made a lot of ladies or both parties to fall into the scamming area itself.
Okay. Barrister is back. So I'll quickly, Barrister, I need you to even give us the legal angle of all this, because when you started in your opening, it's a pity network has been taking you off and on. But when you started in your opening, you've also said that stalking is also not a good, it's a no, completely. Let's even look at the bullying aspect of it, because people see online dating could go bad, so a person you have been dating and everything is going well, and then you wake up one morning and you say, you don't want to do it again. The next thing, the person is bullying you or threatening you that he or she's going to use your nude pictures for something and all that. So where do we begin to draw the line and know how to begin to seek for legal redress?
You see, people use the internet without knowing the pros and cons, particularly within the legal aspect. For example, Fareedah has just mentioned that a guy would just send a message to you, and if you did not respond, the next thing you know, you are in trouble. And you know,
Barrister, are you there? Okay. We've
messages.
okay.
Hello, you can hear me. I said you
Yes.
can't
Okay.
just go to someone's abusive message. Hello, you can hear me?
Go on, please. Yeah.
I'm having network issues here.
Yeah, but please go on. We are hearing.
Yeah. So like what I said, relationship takes time to build, and at times, yes, relationships do end. But when relationships end, how do we end it? You don't end a relationship by insulting the other party, simply the relationship could not go on. You just move on. Because the moment you start sending abusive messages to an online dating partner or whoever, then that means you are wrong. And if that person takes you to the authorities or reports you to the police, you'll be in trouble. And you know, my problem with before this program, I searched on the internet and I looked at the data available in respect of how these online dating things fare. And I can tell you that according to the data, 60% have been successful. So if 60% have been successful, that means majority of those relationships transcend into good relationships. And when ending those type of relationships, you don't end any relationship with a friend or a girlfriend simply by sending insults, simply because the girl doesn't want to see your face or the guy doesn't want to see you as a girlfriend, or you could not agree. But what we should understand, the most important thing is that relationship takes time to build. Now, when relationship takes time to build, either physical or online, that means you must harvest the culture of trying to understand the person you are trying to date and keep in line with the laws. Like in Nigeria, we have the Cyber Crimes Act 2015, which is a law that governs all our relationships relating to social media. Some people would just go to a lady's page on Facebook, take her picture, join it with their own, and start insinuating something. That is an offense. And if you go down, the damages could be up to 2 or 5 million naira according to the act. So the most important thing is that even if we end a dating relationship, don't send any abusive relationship. If it starts and ends, and if it doesn't move on, then everybody finds a better partner and moves on. That's the most important thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. In case you just joined, the program is Shagalinko. This is the Saturday's edition, and I'm here with my guests from all over. I have Barrister Maaruf, Fareedah, and Mathias from Kano, Nigeria. And I have my other guest, Karim Jackson, from Philippines in Asia. We're looking at online dating, to be or not to be. Are there advantages or disadvantages? I'm keeping Karim for this very one that I will give him like 2 minutes to tell us more about the successes that have come with online dating. But let me quickly read a few messages here, and then I will ask Karim to tell us more about that. Comrade Ibrahim Suleiman Ibrahim says, I think it's wrong because the real identity and character of people are not depicted online. People only show the online world the good side of them, leaving the bad side offline. Therefore, it is very disappointing to date someone you've just limited knowledge about. For dating to be blissful, the two parties involved have to know themselves very well. That's from Comrade Ibrahim Sule Ibrahim. And I got this one here from Prince Blessing Lawal. It says, few online dating can lead to successful marriages. You can get your spouse either physically or online. Video calls and effective research and investigation is highly required. Deceptions unfold in both physical and online dating. Do your due diligence. Thank you very much, Prince, Blessing, Lawal. And I got this other one here from Linda Uche. She says, it's a no-no for me. And Anthony Innocent says, online dating is cool. It depends on the parties involved. Maturity plays a great role in making it work. I'll take one last one and then we'll go back to our guests because we'll be wrapping up shortly. This one from Lukman Aliyu says, the good side is both parties are not influenced or pressured by the physical forces behind them. Things like peer pressure, jealousy, familiarity, clash, to name but a few. While the bad side may be that you won't really know much about the person you are dating because you only know each other online's life, which at times might be unreal. Some online dating have ended up the wrong way because when both parties finally got blah blah blah, that part didn't show on the message. Okay, thank you all. So keep your messages coming, guys. The comment section is open, so just keep dropping your thoughts on what you think, and remember to like all our social media handles. Our YouTube page is Shagalinko TV. Also remember to click on this subscribe button so that when we are live, when we have new updates, you could be notified. For Twitter, for Instagram and Facebook, all of them are at Shagalinko TV. The program is every Tuesdays and Saturdays, 2 p.m. West African time. So let me bring in Karim. And you've told us online that you run, your sister or somebody runs online dating and matchmaking. Tell us a little about that and what are some of the success stories you've had going forward?
You know, I feel really bad. No, I feel really guilty. Can you guys hear me? My mute, you got my, okay, good. Okay. I feel really bad because you guys have the, okay. Everything that you said is totally true. Like the legal thing, the slander thing, the fake thing, all of that is so totally true. But that happens to you in public too. It's like before the internet, people were getting scammed still. People were getting breakups still. People were getting heartbroken. So it's not like nothing changed. I think that the big thing about the success story, about my friend Nikisha, by the way, Nikisha, mainly everything went online now. So now everyone is online and they're trying to date, and online dating, it just allows you to have a broader perspective. I mean, if you're, for example, I will say this to ladies, especially the ladies that are listening, there's no reason for you to online date someone in your same city or your same village or your same area. That's not what it's for.
True.
So if you're dating online someone that is around the area, you're defeating the whole purpose of online dating. And you're right, you're probably going to get scammed, right? You're probably going to get heartbroken. You're probably going to, that's true. Because if you had great people around you already, then just go to the bar, go to the club, go wherever. The whole point is if you're the person who likes something different outside, then your people out there are looking for those same people. And most professional people, you're not going to meet someone like me in a bar. It's not going to happen. You know, you're not going to meet someone like that has, especially a woman. I mean, you're not going to meet a really great woman at a bar, at a club, or, you know, things like that. It's not going to happen. And if a guy is hitting you up and trying to get your social media, your Facebook at the bar and all that, that's great. Just watch him. If is he asking 20 girls for the same thing? And if he is, you already know that's not the guy you like. So if you're on these online dating groups, maybe try Christian groups or Muslim groups or business groups, things like that. Or either have your social network, your social, you know, Facebook or YouTube or whatever it might be, or your things like that. And you're right. Look at their profile. If it's a new profile, get rid of them. If they ask you for money at all, ever, get rid of them. You know, you're vetting so that you don't have to leave and go meet the person and waste your time. Now, of course, when you do meet them, it should be to where you've had tons of pictures, you know who they are, you've done video time, all that. Unless you're just looking for someone to date and meet for the night. That's a whole different thing. You know, then you want someone in your area, maybe. But typically online dating to me means that you're looking for someone outside of your area. Otherwise, you're just meeting people online in your area. That's not what I call online dating. That's like an online hookup. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's like an online hookup.
Okay.
That's why they call you at night. And I'll tell you this too, like your guy said, I'm sorry to talk a lot, but it is about 60% or more online dating that are successful. And people, no one who's professional is going to meet you at a bar. You know this, even before the internet. What good girl are you going to meet at the bar? Even before, so I think that guys like the one Mohammed that mentioned, good guys are online, but you need to use it as a service, sister, and look for it as a vetting tool, not as just a meeting tool. Because a lot of the people that you meet online, their profiles are real. That is really them, and maybe you won't like it. You see them already before you even meet them. You don't like who they are, and I'm American, right? So I don't want you to have racist friends. I don't want you to be, I like to know who I'm hanging out with and who I'm talking to. I like you to be involved in business. All those things are online already. I can Google you. You know what I mean?
True.
I can find all these things. And before you had to meet and go waste your money on dates and then go meet their family to find out they're crazy. Or they have drama, or they, you know what I'm saying? Or they're going to scam you, or they're asking for money, or you had to go through all this process and then be let down. Whereas online, 1 week, 2 weeks, you can know their whole world.
Okay. Yeah. So I will come back. Fareedah, I would like you to read this message here. It's up here. So I'd like you to read this from one of our viewers, and then if you have a response.
Who's that? Who's
Hello,
going to read that? Oh,
yeah.
no, sister.
Fareedah, can you hear me? Yeah, can you? Hello?
Hello? I can hear you guys.
Yeah, I wanted Fareedah to read.
Go ahead, sister. Talk to
I
Elle.
think she mute. You mute your mic, Fareedah.
Okay. I can hear
yeah.
you now.
There you go, girl.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Yes.
El Sadiq Ali Said said, this topic is very interesting. Its impact, you're just discussing on what's going on nowadays. In my understanding, it's not bad at all, but you have to be very careful of what you're doing or who you are dating, because some people are evil.
True. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up now, unfortunately. So I'll need all of you in 1 minute to tell us your last word, what you think about our topic. Our time really flies, but 1 minute each. So we will start. Ladies first, they say.
Go, sis.
All right, up to you.
Fareedah, over to you.
Online dating will not stop, and we are hoping it improves by the day. But my advice to anyone who wants to involve in online dating, it's actually better for you to go through paid matchmaking. Like they tend to get proper information of the person. So when you pay for a matchmake, you get proper information rather than going through a free process. And we all have to be smart. You can meet your spouse online, but it involves smart.
Well, okay. Let's have Barrister give us one legal final wrapping up.
On my own part is that online dating is real. We're in the global world. It is an internet world, internet of things. So whenever you are going online dating, you should be very careful. Watch against cyber stalking, cyberbullying, and copying somebody's pictures without consent, or sharing private stories, that messages someone sent to you, of maybe trying to know you, and you use them and make them public. That will get you into trouble, because there are laws governing every kind of relationship, including online dating and online activities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's have the broadcaster, Mathias. Superstar with the eyeglass. What's your parting shot? What's your final word of advice? Yeah.
Okay. Despite all the differing and despite all the conflicting opinions about online dating, I believe that online dating is advantageous because it helps you meet people of similar ideas, people of similar interests, people of similar preference. But anyway, one has to be very, very careful because of the disadvantageous part of it. Because the disadvantageous part is much more to the advantages of online dating.
Okay, thank you very much. And to our guest all the way from Philip, do you know sometimes I call your country Philip
The
Philistine?
Philippine Islands, yes.
Yeah,
It's not my country. I'm just a guest here.
I know, but no, it's not your country. No, I refuse to say it's not your country. I mean, you're doing well. Look at you. You're doing well for yourself in Asia.
Oh, yeah, I'm close. So as soon as the
Yeah.
borders open up, I'm coming to visit.
Yeah, so I've always believed that wherever anyone is, that's your home, you know. So it doesn't matter if you're an American, but you're in Philippines. So
Philippines,
what?
Palestine. Maybe you're thinking Philistines, the
Yeah.
Philippine
So
Islands. Yes.
yeah. So what's your final words in 1 minute?
Well, Matthias, ma'am, I'm Fareedah, Maaruf. You guys, really great to meet you guys. I appreciate it. I hope that I see you guys again, or I get on a show with you guys again sometime. I love it, you guys. Online dating, you guys, it saves so much time if you use it correctly. Dating and sister, you're right. A friend of mine has an online dating service. Use a professional service because the whole point is you want to meet professional people. So that's a really good way for you to do it. But if you do online, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, then that's okay too. But just know what you're looking for and use the service to get you that. If it's a hookup, then look for a hookup. You don't want to meet people that say, I'm looking for a husband or a wife. If it's a husband or a wife you want, then don't look for someone that's calling you at 9 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night. It makes it very simple as opposed to meeting someone and then them presenting well, possibly, which is the same thing they do online. But then when you meet them after a month or 6 months and you find out the truth about them, things that you could have known before. Again, you guys, you can look at my website, by the way, you guys, KareemAntonio.com. I'm Kareem Jackson. I have the Minimal CEO podcast. I would love to see you guys on there sometimes. I help entrepreneurs, like woke entrepreneurs, to minimalize their cluttered lifestyles and to outsource their business processes and to make more money while they do it. And I get into like these fun topics. So I really love that you guys invited me. Thank you, Ambassador Manuel. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you again. That's my 1 minute.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. I want to thank everyone who joined us, everyone who dropped their comments. The videos will still be here for everyone to watch, and we're streaming live simultaneously on YouTube and on Facebook. So whichever of the social media that you belong to, you could just watch us. Thank you to all my guests, to Barrister Maaruf, to Fareedah, to Mathias, and lastly to Kareem from Asia. Okay, so we'll be back here, God willing, on Tuesday for the Tuesday's edition, and I'll be having a musician talk to us how she's been able to cope being a mom and also a musician and juggling all that. So for women, it's just to show you that even from the home front, you could be strong and handle both the family, the workplace, and your career. So from all of us here in Kano, Nigeria, I want to say thank you all. And like I always say, do remember to like all our social media handles for YouTube, like and also subscribe for Twitter, for Instagram, for Facebook. It's Shagalinko TV. And once again, thanks to everyone who's been supporting us, for sending us data, for supporting us with cash, for just being there for us to make sure that this program holds every episode, Tuesdays and Saturdays. I know you don't like me calling out your names, but then all I can say is just say thank you. And we really appreciate all you do for us. To all our viewers, thank you once again. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, urging you all to have a sweet and blissful Saturday. And remember, in what you do, no matter what you do, just remember to touch a life, because that's the only way we can make the world a better place.